Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we're on the Howler, a large outsider from, I think, Pandemonium, maybe? Yep, Pandemonium. And they're evil and chaotic and terrible. They're about 8 foot long, they weigh about 2,000 pounds. They're intelligent, they don't speak, but they howl, and they have spikes. They're like if a porcupine and some kind of super predator made a disgusting, ugly baby with giant eyes. Well, it's a day that ends in Y, so let's get some garbage and make something. Uh-oh. Me brush, or me glue. There we go. There we go. Let's get some glue on there. Spread it around. Now we're going to have to make this dude from scratch. You know, I'm sure you kind of guessed that. I don't have any Dungeon Swag Howler. It's not a particularly popular enemy. It's not one I would rally to sell. And I'm not going to put any rocks or anything on the base yet because I don't know what the base is going to, what the guy's going to look like on a base. So I got some parts here, some animal parts. That could be for some additional of the smaller spikes. I thought we could use as legs. So what I want to do is I want to get a body, and I'm going to attach some skinnier legs to it that are a little longer. So let's get the shorter of these two bodies. All right, let's get this guy's head off. We'll start with this guy and see what we can do. Okay, and then for his front legs, I was going to steal this dude's back legs. And try to steal those up. Then we're going to take this dude's back legs. Swap those out the best we can. Oh. We don't want to leave any crotch pieces. Okay. So, I'm not really sure what to do about his head. Because he had like a decided underbite for sure. I really wanted to kind of capture that in some way, if I could. Maybe I can snip off some of this dude's beak. And then snip off a little bit more of his face. Maybe. Almost got it. Then we kind of need that cat's head so we can steal his ears. Okay. See if we can get those ears on there. All right, let's try to get him on the base now and see what we can do. Because if we can get him on the base, we can start kind of fixing some of the weird spots and some of the excess weight and little nubby bad parts that shouldn't be, stuff like that. I don't want. Okay. Okay, that looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. All right, I'm out of it. My video is terrible. I am like half zoned out. But you know what? We all have weird days in the basement, right? You come down to the shop, things don't go great, weirdness ensues. But one thing we don't do is say hell with it. So we either scrap it and say this one's not going to work, or we find a way to save it. And I think we can find a way to save this fella. It might not be beautiful in the end, but you saw the Aki era, so I don't want to hear it. All right. So we need spikes. We need large spikes and we need small spikes. So to get our spikes, which we need lots of, we're just going to snip Homeboy's legs off. All right. I'm going to get the +2, or no, I'm sorry. I'm going to get the minor burning hands. Because I know you guys like spells. Get any weird spots off them that I can. Oh, that doesn't help. That's okay. That's all right. Okay. Do I have some Eileen's tacky glue? Wood glue, craft glue, white glue, Eileen's tacky glue. All right. So what do we need to do is, one, we need to create some kind of shoulder blades that come up, because that's a weird distinctive feature they have. So I don't know. I have this plastic here. That's probably not ideal to use that plastic. Let me get a piece of like this stuff, like sturdy cardboard stuff. So I'm just going to fold this in half so that whatever I make, there's two of. And I'm going to attach these on their shoulders with a little bit of super glue. Or not super glue, hot glue, sorry. And then we have a bunch of spikes to do. So what we're going to do for the spikes is on the back of the legs, we're going to get a little bit of Eileen's tacky. Just like that. Alright, that might not work. Okay, we'll pull those off. I was sure that was going to be the answer there. I'm having an off day. That's alright, we all have off days, right? And I don't know where that little poker went. That little spike. I'm going to get a cruddy toothpick, and I'm going to smear away some of this Eileen's and spread it around more. Because I think the problem isn't that Eileen's wasn't going to work, it's that I just had too much Eileen's. See, a little bit seems to hold it a little better. And then because we want that to... That's not going to hold it. I thought Eileen's would. Yeah, it's just barely not doing it. You get a dab of super glue on there, and that'll instantly activate because of the moisture on Eileen's. And that should help us get the bond we want quickly. Then we'll just get a little bit of that. And ta-da. It's going nowhere. So we got some of that Eileen's. I'm going to squirt some out on this cardboard here. Just lightly dip. I'm going to put a dab of super glue. I'm going to connect all that while I'm at it. Okay. We're going to do the other thing, same thing to this side. Get two decent sized spikes. Okay. Now I'm dipping super glue down there. Hey, I really apologize for that first part of the video there at about 10 or 15 minutes there. I was out of it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm super wore out too. That might be part of it. All right, so let's start working on some of these bigger back spikes because they'll be the easiest to do. And all we're going to do to make the bigger back spikes is snip off a bent toothpick and rub it around and get it to where it's got some texture or some hold. Okay, and then once you get some hold, get a little bit of super glue, a little bit of that stuff, and you'll be good as gold. And we just want to kind of roughly curve bend the shapes we need. To get some decent back spikes. He's starting to look like a Pokemon. A little bit. Oh. I lost that piece. Lost it for sure. Oh, lost it. Oh. All right, so we need a couple, like, two more long ones maybe coming off the sides. And we can do some shorter ones. Okay, something like that maybe. Let's get that minor burning hands and get rid of some of this fuzz and see where we're at though, because there's a lot of spider webs on there. Okay. I'm not completely unhappy with that, nor am I completely happy with that. So we're just going to run super glue along these spikes. And let it kind of soak into them a little bit. Okay. Or shake that off in case there's any little bit. We're just going to sprinkle it lightly around. Okay. You might have some weird little things at the ends. I don't think that'll hurt anything though. And I don't think we're going to add all these little spikes. At this point, I think we kind of got it looking like we want it to for the most part. Alright, now let's focus up and see what we need to do from here. Let's put our Alliance tacky glue away. That was a bust. I've used it in the past for stuff and it was fine. It was wintertime though, and I have to wonder how much temperature has an effect on that. And this is where we cut those shoulder blades out of. We'll throw that away. And we'll get all our little pieces and throw them in the parts bin. I did not keep those scorpion legs because I do have a lot of those. And I didn't feel like it was going to add anything to keep those, so. Oh, that's not the parts bin. I always threw my parts in with safari animals that have been lost forever. Alright, so let's look at our Howler. And I think this is kind of what we wanted to go with from the start, or something like that. And it's sturdy. Yep, sturdy, and it's got an underbite. That's what we wanted, right? Alright, so let's come back in part 2. Wait a minute, I have an idea. They're supposed to have those giant eyes on the front. So let's get something sharp. And let's make a dab here. Kind of smear that around. Grab one of these. And kind of shove it up in there so that it covers some of it. like that. We'll do the same thing on this side. Oh, wait, this is not good. We'll get back in that way some. There we go. We're a little doofy, but I might be able to get them. There we go. That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Probably should have just let it go and not added the eyes. All right, so here's the Howler in the book. Size large, about 8 foot long, 2,000 pounds of spikes. Here's ours. He's just close to, actually about 9.5 foot long, almost 10 foot long according to scale, and that's ours. So yeah, it's ballparkish, right? All right, I'll see you guys in part 2 when I come back to paint it. I'm not feeling quite myself today. I'm a little bit out of it, so I might need a few minutes to kind of collect myself and before I come back, but he'll be spray painted black, and we'll come back and paint him. So thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing here, please hit subscribe, share, comment, notification bell icon, and all those important YouTube type things that make the channel grow, and I'd really appreciate that. If you want to go to the website and buy some minis, I would. Sounds like a fun plan. And check out our Discord where you can show us your crafts and what you're into. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.